Let's get started here with our keyword research and search performance section. Remember, I'm going to take a look at some of the screenshots first, and then we're going to go into the tool. So at first, when you get into the search performance, you're basically going to go to your search console, and you're either going to go into the performance area here, or sometimes you will see performance as a main menu, and underneath it, you'll see search results and or discover. Either way, performance or search results is what you're looking for, and it's going to give you something that looks like this. Generally speaking, when it first opens up, it's going to show you a 3-month time frame, and it's going to show you total clicks and in total impressions. We'll get into what these mean in a moment. It's going to give you a little graph here as well. It's going to give you some queries and information about what people searched for and how many clicks and impressions you got found for. Then, what I like to do is I like to turn on the other two items, the average click-through rate and the average position. I like having all 4 columns there so I can get a better handle on what exactly is going on. And when you turn those on, you'll see 4 colored bars, or lines, I should say, on the graph below. Each line color represents the item at the top here. And this can give you kind of a visual representation of how your site's performing over time. You can see if there's been like a long upswing on something, if something's falling. You can kind of see if things are sort of flat, if things pop for a certain day or time. This gives you a little bit of information, more of a visual cue of how it's going, all right? Also, below that, you're going to see a bunch of these little dimensions or tabs, whatever you want to call them. Queries or search terms will tell you what words were actually typed in by a user on Google that your site showed up for some way, shape, or form. Pages will show you the different pages of your site that showed up and how many people clicked on those individual pages. The countries are going to tell you just that, what countries visited your site or had the opportunity to see the information on your site. The devices are going to be your mobile, desktop, or tablet devices and which ones they are. Search appearance has got a few different items in search appearance. I actually have a link to it because there's a few different items here in the search. Oops, sorry, let me grab this over here. There we go. And it's going to give you the search appearance here is like if there's AMP articles, most of the AMP's gone. If it's an Android app, discussion forums, FAQ rich results. So there's a whole bunch of different things that might show you in the search appearance. All right. So it's good to take a look at that. And of course, the dates when these things showed up. I don't tend to spend a lot of time looking at the dates or the devices. I mean, sometimes, or the countries, especially if I'm dealing with local businesses here, which is what I do a lot of. I do a lot of local home service-based businesses primarily. But this is all different information that you can see about who's visiting your site and how they got there. Then, once you see that, then you've got a little bit of a column headings, right? So if you're in the queries, you're going to see the top queries. You'll see the number of clicks for that query, the number of impressions for it, the click-through rate, which is just the math, the division of one into the other here. And then you're also going to see the position, which is your average position. Now, typically when you come into this tool, again, you won't see these first two turned on, so I tend to turn those on. And then also it's ordered by clicks, right? So this just shows you what you got clicked on the most. In this case here, I've got a company called Rescue Roofing of Tampa. You can see obviously that their branding, both Rescue Roofing and Rescue Roofing of Tampa, are at the top of the list, but you can also see soffit repair, soffit and fascia repair, roof repair, Tampa, and so on down the line. So these are the ones that got clicked, and you see the impressions, about the number of times it potential to get found. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. Now let's talk about navigating the screen a little bit, right? And again, we're going to get in there and we're going to play with it. You'll see me kind of messing around, but I want to give you some basics here so that as you go through it on your own, you could step through these kind of page by page before you go ahead and do it yourself. Again, when you're navigating the screen here, first of all, at the bottom, you'll see a couple of arrows that you can use to go from one screen to the other. Currently, we've got like 10 rows per page. But if you click that little arrow there, it'll pop open a little box where you can pick 50, 100, 250, 500 even rows per page. So you can kind of look at more all at once rather than going 10, 10, 10, 10, things like that. Then I like to do is I like to sort by impressions, right? Sure, I want to know how many clicks I've gotten, but I really would like to look for by impressions. Why? This is a powerful way to view this information because it shows you what people are really searching for the most. Doesn't really care about whether you're getting clicked on that or not. It just shows you how often people are searching for that where you had the potential to be found or clicked on. And we want to review this list and see what keywords you might want to target that are maybe not ranking well, but you've maybe getting some good impressions for. And again, these are the kind of things that we like to look at, maybe things that are between 11 and 20, right? Where you're kind of close and you can maybe make some inroads on that. Like here's like roofing near me, right? They're in the 17th, about 18th spot and they have no clicks, but there's a lot of impressions in the time frame that we're looking at. So it might be good to try to target that keyword phrase in some way, shape, or form in order to try to move up the rankings and so that you can get some clicks. And again, you might be wondering like why a position could be so high and yet have so many clicks. Well, typically that's going to have to do with local listings, the local rankings. We'll talk more about that a little bit later as we get into some of the back end of this stuff too. Again, I do like to use the arrows next to each of the columns to click on. This lets you order things, either high to low, low to high. And then when you get a further look, there's other ways to filter and move things around. So at the top, you've got this little area here. You can pick, hey, show me the last 24 hours of this data, 7 days, 28 days, or 3 months even. Also, when you first get started, it'll have like a more button in there. And then when you click on that, you can do more by 6 months, 12 months, 16 months. You can even compare it, time over time. I do like though, sorry, get some of these screenshots let me go back here. There we go. If you go to search type, you can also search the web, which is primarily the one that we use, but you could look at, hey, did you get seen an image search or video search? Or if you're like a news site, you can look and see at your news site as well. Under the filter, under add filters, you can search by query, right? So you can say, hey, show me everything with my brand name in it, or show me everything with a specific word that I'm looking for. Like maybe I want to look for the word repair. Maybe I want to look for the word near me or just near. So I can get near me, nearby, near you, right? You can look for partial words too, and those partial words will also get filtered out. So if you put in the word like near, like I said, you'd see near me, nearby, near you. Whether it's a single word, like nearby as one word, or near you as 2 words, it would filter those out. You could also do by page, right? So you can say, just show me a particular page. You can include certain pages or exclude certain pages. One of the things that we like to do is whenever we have clients that have a blog, and their blog content is in a separate directory, I'll often say, don't show me any pages with the word blog in it, for example, right? In the URL. This way I can see and focus a bit more on how's the primary site doing without worrying about all the blog content. And I can do the other way around as well. I can say, show me only the blog and see how's the blog doing. Is that driving most of the traffic? But is that traffic transactional or is it just more people looking for information? In addition, once you get that thing sorted out, right, by that information, you can also do a little filter button here to filter by one of these columns. So for example, if you only wanted to see those queries where you are in the top 10, you could do that, right? So you can search by position, by click-through rate, by queries again. You can filter out some of the queries even more so if you'd like. So there's always different filters that are available. And as well, if you look at these individual ones here, query page as well, as you get there, these all give you the different views of them, right? So the search type we mentioned is web, image, video, and news. You can even compare web to image to video, and so on. You have a date range, last 6 months, last 12 months, last 16 months. You already had the 24/7 and so on in the previous screen. And you can even pick a custom date if you like. It can only be, though, no more than 16 months back. It's as far back as Search Console goes. Live is 16 months back, which is a lot better than it used to be before they changed it to 16 months. It was only 3 months. It was really difficult to get a lot of really good, solid value. Now, because you can go back to 16 months, you can do things like you can compare the last 3 months of data to the previous year's 3 months of data. You can do last month to previous month, last 3 months to the previous 3 months, last month or last year. So you can compare those time frames. Now, you can't compare the last 6 months to the previous year's 6 months because it would go back too far. Same thing with 12 months or 16 months. So the most you could do is look at the last 3 months year over year, comparing. You can look at the last 6 months versus the previous 6 months, but that's about as far as you can go. For the queries, you can search for queries that are containing or not containing a word or a phrase. You can search for a query that's an exact phrase or pull out an exact phrase. And the same would be true under the pages as well. You can filter for pages that contain a particular word or a particular set of characters Again, you can compare characters too. And again, device, same thing. Pick a device or compare, pick a country or compare two countries. This just gives you some idea on how you can kind of see differences between time frames or pages, countries, and whatever else. So there's a lot of good filtering that can be done in here.